Hello YouTube, and thank you for tuning in. This video is going to be a review of the Hawk Innovative Tech 9mm aluminum titanium hybrid solvent trap. In addition, I'm going to show a quick demonstration of how easy it is to change calibers with the Hawk solvent trap kits, thanks to the modular approach that Hawk has taken to their design of their solvent traps. Before we get started, I want to say that in support of the constructive intent statements on Hawk's website, I will not be using this product for anything other than its intended purpose, which is as a solvent trap. So, with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the product. When you receive your solvent trap from Hawk, you're going to get a very nice set of instructions with some recommendations on how to configure and how not to configure your solvent trap for maximum effectiveness. And you're also going to get a copy of the U.S. Constitution. And I don't know about you, but I don't think I've read the Constitution or parts of it for a long time, maybe since high school. This is a really impressive document, even more so given the fact that it's over 200 years old. So, you know, take some time and just leaf through it, if nothing else. And if you're in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, and you have an opportunity to stop by the National Archives, do so and take a look at the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution, the actual documents. I find it to be an incredibly moving experience when you see those documents in person. Okay, enough of that. This is how your solvent trap is going to come. It's going to be nicely wrapped. Now, I've already taken out the filters because I want to try not to have everything come apart on me when I take the internal pieces out. This is an aluminum titanium hybrid product, which means that the external components, the end caps and the tube, are 6061 anodized aluminum. By the way, that's the sticker says Hawk Innovative Tech, HIT solvent filter use only as intended. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay. One of the questions I got from the first video, and I'll have links to the Hawk site and the other video below, is what the heck is this thing? You can see it on the pictures on the website. It's a ingenious, I guess I would say, packing aid or packaging aid. Just a little Allen screw. I'll take this off with a washer, very simple. And it retains a spare titanium spacer cap and, in this case, titanium spacer. And that allows Hawk to ship you the product completely configured with the filter screens and the wave spring already in place, so it's pretty much ready to go out of the box. As an additional benefit to this idea, let me take this end cap off here. The female hole there for the retaining screw that holds the spare spacer and end cap, of course it does not go all the way through, could act as a pilot hole if you wanted to drill this through, thread it, and put a drain valve on it, right? So you can get all the gunk out of the solvent trap when you're done using it. If you don't want to go through the trouble of doing that, Hawk sells the end cap with the valve already installed on their website. One other thing, I think you'll see it here, the O-ring is a nice kind of brick red. You know, style points for that. Could have been black, you know, and that'd be okay, but I like the kind of brick. It's just a nice little, you know, nuance there. Okay. This product, and this was provided to me by Hawk for evaluation purposes or review purposes, came with a 13/16 by 16 inch threaded end cap. Now this is not, going to direct thread on most barrels. So you can get, comes with a little wave spring, the appropriate half, in this case half by 28 adapter, right? Should you need it. Oops. Now, as of this morning when I checked, the 9mm solvent trap kits are shipping with a half by 28 instead of a 13/16 by 16. So you won't need an adapter. It'll be direct thread for most firearms. Okay. Now let's see if we can get the components out here. Okay. I want to tell you that the combination of the natural titanium spacer and the anodized pre-drilled spacer cap is incredibly slick. It's incredibly slick. I actually had to practice taking that tube off a couple of times so it wouldn't all come tumbling over on, make me look, clumsy here on this video. The aluminum spacers, which are black, the anodization has just a little tiny bit of grip, just ever so slightly much more, which makes it a little bit easier to handle. We'll talk about this in just a minute. The modular approach that Hawk uses gives us a couple of real benefits as users and consumers. The first is that you can configure the solvent trap any way you want. You can put any combination of spacers and filter screens in any combination and stack them up and simply put the tube back on and configure it. It's very simple. The other thing that it means is that when you're done using your solvent trap, you're going to want to clean it at some point. And cleaning is all about access to the part you're cleaning. In my opinion, it is. So because this is going to break down into simply 4 parts, right? You're going to have the tube, you're going to have a set of end caps for the tube, and you're going to have a spacer cap, and you're going to have spacers. It's very simple. You have complete access to everything. It's going to be very easy to get everything nice and clean after you're done using it. Because these are just beautiful. The idea of keep getting this all gunked up is almost criminal. Just beautifully done. So easy to clean, easy to maintain. The other benefit of the Hawk's modularity and commonality of design, all the D-size products use the same size internal components, is that I can buy, let's say, the 9mm aluminum titanium hybrid product that you see here, and if I decided I wanted a 22, something more suited to a 22 size bore brush, I could buy just the spacers and spacer caps, or just the spacer cap, and it would fit in the same tube because the tubes are the same. Just like so. So you're not being, forced, as it were, to buy an entirely new solvent trap kit when you want it, if you need a solvent trap for a different caliber. Essentially start off with the tube and end caps that you need. And there's aluminum, all aluminum configuration, aluminum hybrid, which is aluminum end caps, tube, and titanium components. Let me say that again. All aluminum, so aluminum internal components, aluminum end cap and tubes, aluminum titanium hybrid, which is an aluminum tube, an aluminum tube caps, and then titanium internal components, spacers, and caps, and all titanium tube caps, and titanium tube. So start with, the one you want, all aluminum, like so, or the hybrid system, or all titanium. And then if you decide you have another need that you want, buy just the spacers and spacer caps that you need to fill that requirement. Really nice. Now, I'm not sure that I would mix, the types of metals. I would probably keep all titanium components together, but you're not bound by that at all because of the design commonality, right? You could put, and you can buy just the spacer caps separately. So you could put a titanium spacer cap on a titanium spacer, an aluminum spacer on a aluminum spacer cap on an aluminum spacer. So the idea is you have, again, complete flexibility because of the modular design. The other thing that you get from the modular design and the color coding is this. Let's say you have all these products, you want to clean them, dump them in a bin and soak them overnight. Maybe you want to put the spacers and the spacer caps in an ultrasonic cleaner for a couple hours, get all the gunk off, go for it. When it comes time to reassemble, you will know that all the spacers for the D-size components, all the spacers that are titanium will be natural in color. All the spacers that are aluminum will be black anodized in color. The spacer caps will be color coded based upon the metal type and the bore brush diameter. So a 22 aluminum is a kind of natural color. In this case, the 9mm, again, they're all pre-drilled, spacer cap is that kind of beautiful aqua green. So you could have 3 or any number of combinations of top caps and spacers, and you'll just know that black is aluminum for a spacer, natural is titanium for a spacer, and then the different colors correspond to the individual spacer caps and the appropriate and the diameter that represents. So really simple. Reassemble is going to be a breeze. Just match the colors, and that's just really another thoughtful value add I think that Hawk offers. So that's pretty much it for the solvent trap. Again, well engineered, very, very high production values. Grade 5 titanium internals for the hybrid system. 6061 anodized aluminum for the external components. Same form factor as the other D-size products in terms of spacers and spacer caps is concerned, so you have the complete flexibility to mix and match those in the future. Now, a word about the 13/16 by 16 inch threaded end tube cap here. Hawk is now selling, it's on the website, I think it's back ordered right now, but they're going to make available a muzzle brake with a 5/8 inch barrel thread with an external 13/16 by 16 inch thread, so that you'll be able to screw this on directly to your rifle. I think it'd be most applicable, say, for a 5.56 environment, because let's be honest, taking your muzzle brake, your flash hider off, I just think it's a pain. Whether I use anti-seize compound or not, I always seem to have, it seems to be more hassle than it's worth to get it off. And if you're a precision shooter and you've got your muzzle brake on just right and it's all set up, the last thing you want to do is mess with that, because who knows what it'll do to your barrel harmonics or all that sort of black magic that affects you if you're a sub-MOA shooter. So the bottom line is, with a threaded externally threaded muzzle brake, you'll be able to put on a solvent trap like this, use it because it'll be easy to get on, and then take off, dispose of the fluids, whatever, and go back to using your firearm. I think that's really, really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing one of those products in the flesh. Lastly, Jerry and I, when we were corresponding about getting ready, and I was getting ready for this review, shared with me that he was going to be producing in a couple of months a B-size solvent trap product line. B-sides, of course, will be 1 inch. And that's going to be really nice, especially for people wanting to use it with pistols. I think it'll be especially beneficial for rimfire shooters, because as much as I really like this product and as great as it works, it's just a little bulky. I really can't put it in my bag with my gun, my pistol case. I guess I could, but imagine a 1-inch version of this with the same modular concept. Be perfect for a rimfire environment, and maybe other environments as well, but it'd be absolutely perfect for a rimfire. Just the right form factor, take it with you. You know, if you're shooting a 2-day match, your gun's going to get filthy if it's a rimfire gun, and you're going to want to clean it, and it'd be easy to just take with you and use. That's pretty much all I have for you as far as the Hawk product is concerned. Again, I think they're just exceptional values because of the product quality, the ease of use, the entire modular concept with the pre-drilled top caps, the color coding, and the ability to select the type of internal components and external components you want. Titanium, aluminum, mix and match as best fits your individual needs. I think that's really service to the shooting community, and I like what Hawk is doing. Again, my thanks to Jerry and the crew at Hawk for providing this product for me for this review. As always, you know, it's our responsibility to comply with all state and local firearms laws. Please do so, and you know, maintain your best practices as far as firearm safety is concerned. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again.